Merry meet, everyone. Sorry for the moving a little bit. I'm trying to get you adjusted. Welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I am your Wednesday host, Houston, and this week is Choose Your Own Topic Week, which is one of my favorite weeks, just because we get to talk about basically anything we want. Um, this week, I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about connections between magical people, almost kind of like your tribe, um, and what it is like to have. Um, to find those people in your life. So, what I mean is by your tribe, I mean people that you connect with. You may not agree on everything. You may feel like you've been with them for lifetimes before. Like you've been with them, like you meet and instantaneously you've become friends or what have you. I know I have a small tribe of my own um, that I call my tribe. Um, One, she moved to Missouri. Then I have my partner, my sister. Um, and as craft wise, I think that's about it. Um, for, I mean, I have friends and stuff, but I don't consider them magical friends, but I don't consider them to be really part of my tribe. Um, those three I completely trust um, with my daily life and consulting them and talking about magic and discussing magic and working spells together and working energy together. I feel comfortable with those three people to make magic happen. And it was actually my sister who brought this subject up because I was a little conflicted. Monday, I was like, there's so many topics I could talk about. I could go further into my spirit keeping and what it means more to be a spirit keeper. Um, and she was like, well, have you, any of you guys talked about the connections between magical practitioners, like me and you have? And I think ours is kind of special. And it was also special with my friend Taylor and my partner. We each have a special bond. But me and my sister, she's not my blood sister, she's my pagan sister. Um, we talk all the time. Um, I mean, I think you heard my phone go off a little bit ago. That's her. Um, we talk all the time. We talk really about anything. But we have these moments where we're we come to each other, go to each other for advice, because we're either too involved into a situation or a subject, and the other person can give objective advice because we live at 150 miles away from each other. Me and her, we grew up in the same hometown, but I moved away for college and she stayed. She's 3 years older than me. Yeah, she's 28. Yeah, I believe. Um, but it when it's almost like a soul connection, like we recognize when we first met. We've kind of it's like we've known each other before, and we still get that way. Um, Kind of like we're old souls who have known each other in other lifetimes. And me and my partner are kind of like that as well. We know that we've met in a previous lifetime and we were together. Um, but what I wanted to really talk about is the connection and the psychic link or the energy connection that you have with working with people of the magic community or of your tribe, um, and working with them a lot. You build almost a sort of a huge psychic chain where you can instantly sense what's going on around them, what they're feeling, if they're getting sick, if they're having any questions or doubting something, if they're working magic, if they're having a good day, if they're having a bad day. You can kind of, at least how it is for me with Victoria and Nate. I haven't actually experimented or tried it with Taylor. Um, I can actually close my eyes and focus on one of the persons. And I mean, you can do this without actually having them in your tribe. If you know a little bit about them, you can zero in and focus on them. It's kind of called remote viewing. And not kind of, it's called remote viewing. Um, or remote feeling, or however. It's astral, almost like an astral projection, but you're not really there. You're just sensing what they're feeling or seeing what they're seeing. Um, and it depends. So, I mean, since yesterday was Samhain, astrologically, it was Samhain on November 7th. Um, Not yesterday, Monday. I apologize. No, yesterday was Monday. Oh, today's been a fuckery. But Monday was Samhain. Astrologically, it was on November 7th. So there was a lot of energy in the air, and me and her were talking about some magic that we were going to do and plan out. We always discuss what we should do, and we always add some other characters that the other person may not have thought of to help kind of enhance both of our magics. We were talking about some magic we were going to do, and it wasn't Sunday. It wasn't Monday. It was Sunday. Sunday, she said she was at home. She felt like someone was like watching her, like you know how spirits are, but it wasn't like a spirit. She just felt like someone was watching her. I was like, well, I'll close my eyes and see what I can see of your place. And so when I closed my eyes, I saw her house and saw her fine. She was jittery. Um, but I took that jitteriness as like an uneasiness because usually visions and astral projections are symbolic. And I went out, I zoomed out of the house to see her property. And I heard a lot of children laughter, um, and saw a lot of like regular wandering souls. Since it was Samhain, I mean the veil was thin, so there was a lot of souls wandering around their property. Both her and her mom are extremely powerful psychics, so they are kind of like two bright beacons to the spirit world. Spirits go in and out of their house frequently, um, and there was um, someone um, trying to intrude on their property. Um, um, so I let her know what I felt. And I said, if you feel, or let her know what I saw and what I heard. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, I don't really understand. It's like my guards are up, my protection's up. I just feel like I'm being watched. And I was like, well, if you feel crappy, if you want to help unease, wear a protection amulet or work with the art of invisibility. Do something to help take your mind off of it. Go work some energy and make yourself invisible, or do something less visible to whoever's trying to watch you, or avert their eyes, make them confused. Just do something. Um, and I went to sleep, and I messaged her the next morning. I'm not really a night person, so I went to sleep kind of early, like around 11:30. She's a night owl; she'll stay up all night. But I had to work the next day, so I woke up in a messenger, and I said, "Hey, did that feeling ever go away?" She's like, "Yeah, about an hour after you said you were going to bed, I finally felt it like someone, turned around and walked away. Like it just vanished." And I was like, "Did you do anything?" She's like, "No, I just focused on doing some crafting, and it just eventually left." So there's that kind of magical connection, or there's a magical connection that me and my partner have. Um, I can tell, which I think it's like that with a lot of anybody who's in a relationship for a long period of time. Um, when Now through text messages or phone calls, when we talk, I can tell if he's in a good mood, a semi good mood, or a bad mood, or a I hate the world mood, or he's in extreme pain, or he's feeling pretty well, um, or if he's frustrated, or if he's actually at the house or not. Um, and that's not from GPS, that's just from uh, intuitive knowing. Um, and there's also been a time where that I can recall. There's another story, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. One story that I can recall from the connection of me and my partner, um, is that I was at work one day and I had a customer leave, and he called me, and all of a sudden the customer, like, I don't know, I had this random like daydream when I was about to be before Nate called me. I had this random like visual, I guess you can call it a vision. Um, but it was like a daydream, almost extent. There was a van parked outside, like in the back row of our parking lot, and all of a sudden I saw it like blow up, like burst into flames, and like almost like a nuclear blow up. And he called me, and I told him what I saw, and he's like, "That's fucking weird." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I just pulled over because a garbage truck exploded." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a truck on Ashley garbage truck. There was a garbage truck in the middle of Ashley Phosphate, and the guy jumped out of a smoking, hit the cab, and it was smoking, and he ran across the street, and all of a sudden it exploded. And I had to pull over and call the cops." I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." Um, so yeah, I want to know if you guys have any connections like that, like if you've um, had any magical connections with your soulmate or your twin flame or what have you. I know I didn't really cover much. It was kind of a vague um, topic and kind of a ramble of sorts, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next week, many blessings, guys.